15.2 Direct Text from DC. Now that you have a discourse community and have begun to explore it closely, you are able to select the direct source material that will allow you to answer our organizing question. How does this discourse community use writing to communicate? Exploring the communications of your DC allowed you to become familiar with the different types of communication your DC engages in and where, why, and when the communications take place. For your expository overview, you are expected to include 3 direct quotes that demonstrate the communications of your DC and serve as source material. Reviewing a sample can help you think through your process of identifying and organizing your direct text. The USF student government can be considered a DC. USF SGA communicates with numerous stakeholders through different channels tailored toward varied audiences, which range from social media sites to chalk on sidewalks and posters across campus. Review the material provided in this sample grid of communications from USF SGA. Note that the writing identified in the sample is relatively short. Ideally, locate a direct quote that demonstrates the literacy practice you will discuss when you answer the question of how the DC uses writing to communicate. If you use longer passages, practice what you know about summarizing and select 1 or 2 sentences that can serve as the direct quote. More information can be provided to contextualize the quote when you discuss it in your expository overview. The SGA grid is a great example of how you can use the process we call gridding to store and organize your source material. Gridding also allows you to visualize the source material before you develop an outline so that you can think through how it can work best with the expository overview. You can make a grid like the SGA sample and use it to organize your material and any other content you want to add a category to track. Applying approaches like gridding is a great way to construct a paper that not only fulfills the submission requirements but makes space for the sophisticated and creative elements that can result in an exceptional submission. Gridding is a useful tool in any writing process and can be helpful for many assignments and activities. Now identify the 3 pieces of writing you plan to use for your expository review, and identify the same criteria included in the SGA sample grid.